Oh, hi there. It's Friday, and I just started up to be able to do Fast Shogi Friday on Shogi Wars, and as you can see, I got an error here, 504 gateway timeout. It was a sort of a black greenish screen for a long time until just as I clicked stop stream or start streaming, the gateway timeout happened. It looks like possibly Shogi Wars is down. I've tried now from three machines in my house on three different networks, three different, two different Wi-Fi networks going to a different internet provider, and then on cellular. And in all cases, I cannot seem to get to Shogi Wars. So it's possible they're down, and I will just kind of talk a bit here and then retry one more time. And if that doesn't work out, I'll play my 10-second games on 81 Dojo or Lee Shogi. We'll see what's going on there. So, as a recap, since yesterday, I finally did manage to release a podcast, a first podcast episode. It's called Shogi in the West. And the response has blown me away. Honestly, I did not expect to get many comments at all, other than sort of the people who I've come to know as the regulars, maybe jumping in and saying thank you or things like that. But we got that, but we also got quite a few more, both in terms of YouTube messages and in terms of just in terms of YouTube messages, comments, in terms of messages directly to me, sort of, behind the scenes, and then a big discussion on the Discord. So I'm ecstatic about that. Really happy. Let me start this while we talk. Let me restart it, and I'm really here's that page, that green screen that here. So I'm really happy about it so far. The first episode I thought was okay. I would like it to be better. I'd like to try to be better, of course. But we got the discussion going. To me, it's a fascinating topic. It seems like a lot of other people are interested in the topic, which is the amount of shogi players in the West. The amount and type. I hesitate to say quality, because I don't mean quality as good or bad. I mean quality as like serious, casual, and anywhere in between. And got some good feedback, and I'll be mentioning them in the next podcast. So, happy about that. Real happy about that so far. And it's promising. So thank you to everyone for that. If you're seeing this video, looks like we still don't have any viewers yet here on Twitch or YouTube, and there's that. All right, so I'm going to close this out, and I am going, I guess, to switch over to 81 Dojo. Well, actually, first, let's take a look at Lee Shogi. Let's see if there's any arenas. It's a classical arena. Yeah, it's a classical arena. That is 1530. That's not fast. That's not fast. We need the fast stuff. So I will go here, and I will switch my scene. And that's it. I see Bear is asking for a game. Bear is Bear's a strong player. So I don't. It's not that I don't want to challenge him because I'm afraid of losing. I don't want to challenge him because I don't want to bother him. So I will wait. I will wait. And just kind of hang out while we wait for people to come in. Let me make sure that the YouTube stream is public. And it is. All right. Yeah, very promising for the podcast. I hope it's at least mildly interesting for people, and I hope the next episodes aren't a letdown or a disappointment. As I said before, I recorded the first two, but based on the response to this first one, I am going to redo the second and pick a different subject and pick a different subject, address some of the comments that came in the first or came after the first, and go from there. So I'm just gonna throw that other one away and maybe never hear from it again, and then revisit the topics later on that I talked about in there. All right. No one joining? All right. I will challenge Bear. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. All right, check the scene. I have no sound on. Did I move? Yeah, okay. Ah. I feel like I've played Bear before, but I think when Bear was a two-dan, or maybe I'm just confusing it with someone else. There was a two-dan player. This is going back like a year and a half. I think when I was 1Q, and I had a win. And missed it. And missed it. I couldn't convert. It was not a 10-second game. It was a honest to goodness rated game. And I remember feeling just coming out of it, even though I lost. I remember. Oh, okay. I remember coming out of it feeling great. So he's blocking, that silver is blocking this bishop from coming over here quickly. But I guess it's going to make its way up here. Yeah. Comes up, goes back. Let's do this. Let's slow it down. Push this pawn, or get the gold up. Most likely, get the gold up. Okay. Yeah. Where am I looking for this? I am, So I take, he takes. Should I bring my bishop up? We exchange? No. Alright, let's do this. So I get this and then bring the pawn up? Brings his bishop back. I guess I just bring the rook back. Ah. Hey, Fordude, nice to see you. Shogi Wars today appears to be down. At least from my region.
1、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
All right.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Yeah, come over.
1、2、
Ooh.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、
Making my way.
3、
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got.
7、8、9。1、
Wow.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
No, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
3、
Yeah.
2、3、4。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、
Do I drop the pawn?
4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、
I drop the pawn. He drops a silver. I drop the pawn.
7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、
He drops the silver. Oh boy.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Yeah.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、
I think this is slower.
7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、
Very interesting.
8。1、
Very interesting.
3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、 2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I think I should have done the silver.
2、3、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、
He's got speed. He's got speed.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、
You can't drop a pawn.
6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、
Oh boy. Oh boy.
3、4、5、6、7、8。
Drops the gold. He drops the gold.
3、
The pawn. The pawn.
2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Oh boy. Oh boy.
2、
Okay.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Should have been silver. Should have been silver.
3、4、5、
Do I have enough? I do not have enough. I do not have enough.
8、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Ah!
1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Ah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. He's got it.
3、
He's got it. Yeah.
5、6、7、
He's got it.
8、9、1、
And then gold drop.
2、3、
Gold, I take. He takes. Gold drop.
6、7、8、9、
Oh boy.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
I don't know.
2、3、4、5、6、7、
Is
8、
that? Yeah, he takes with the gold.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Great game. All right. All right. That's a good start. That's a great start to the stream. Great start. Shogi Lores is rewarding for you, but you didn't try. Okay. Let me try again. Let me try again. I want to review this. Let's I want to review this. I think I was fast. I think I was fast enough, but maybe I wasn't. Do that. So where's... I love all this. I think this is the first questionable move that I had. Yeah, and I just clicked the engine on, and it does want this the pawn. This pawn seems pretty obvious. I had no silver. I had no silver to Ariuchi. I had no... pawn. Oh, wow. Huh. I just flipped the engine on again. And it's my pawn drop is not even in the top 5. Yeah, it's a not a bad mistake, but it's a bit of a mistake. Engine's liking this stuff. I see this. So this is, before I flipped on the engine, I was thinking, maybe I should do this right now just to solidify a little bit. Just to solidify. Because, the inevitable is coming. The drop here. I'm not sure what 2-2 is accomplishing. But, well, I guess in the end, it's a slower attack on that. This is I suppose my attack isn't necessarily going anywhere. All right, so I attacked, and this was a mistake. He's got to take. Not got to, but he should take. 8-8 pawn. 8-8 pawn. Oh, 8-8 pawn. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I think when I saw afterwards how fast it was, I think in hindsight I would do this now. But also, I also get a silver out of this. Should I also have should I have done this and then Wariuchi'd? Or is it still take? Take is still better. Slightly better than the Wariuchi. Okay. My thinking for Wariuchi here is that, well, I get the gold. I'm guaranteed to get the gold. But if he tries to save that gold, well, he's not going to save that gold. I am going to get that gold. I guess I am going to get that gold, and then I'm going to pressure the rook. Atari. Atari. Maybe taking the silver with the knight. Yeah. Okay, so early on, when it was at lower depth, it was 8-8 pawn, and then the Wariuchi is number 2. Knight takes is now the number 2. You think taking the knight with the silver looks like it's yeah. It looks like it's again the second best, but basically equal with this. Amazingly here, this move. So the move I didn't make, of all these choices, this is plus or minus, since I'm Gote, minus 6.2. Yeah, so in the end, I think I am fast. His is not going to be faster, and if he takes, that's pretty slow. If he takes, I take, and yeah. Yeah, so if he takes, that's a huge mistake. If interestingly, 7-7 gold is the move. Yeah, that's a way to save it, I suppose. And it's still minus 7.5. Wow. So my spidey sense was right that this was a good spot. I just didn't have the skill to better follow it up. This is we're here. This is minus 12, minus 13, and growing. Minus 15. Fascinating. Fascinating. Oh gosh, I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't see this either. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. That's a move I made. Okay. Well, that was a good move. That was a good move. Minus 14. Minus 15. I had the speed. Speed's what you need. And my advantage continues to grow. Knight. Knight. Now I've got to take this piece. Gotta take this piece. But the rook is going to come in. I'm not sure, where we are with that. Anyway, I'm still good. Still good. Oh, big mistake by the opponent. Huge. Minus 25. Minus 25. These are the ones. These are the positions. I say this all the time. Minus 26. All the time. It's so hard to break these positions in blitz time controls, and this is no exception. Oh, look at that. It's bringing in another silver. Yeah, because I've got to block this diagonal at some point. This was good though. Still minus 20. Still good. Minus 22. Take. Here is a move I do not have. Here's a move I do not have. 4-1. 4-1 gold. This is a move that is not in me. How do I get this in me? Huh? Boy, I could speed up the attack here. No, I can't. That's not it. 3-4. 3-4. That's not 3-4. 3-4. This is how do I get this move in me? But anyway, this move was fine too. This move was fine too. Take. Oh. Oh boy. Take. Take is minus 30, minus 28. Take. Oh, all right. Still minus 11. Minus 9. 5-8. Yes. Oh boy. Okay. Instructive moment. This is something that I have seen Urashino Ryu channel do a number of times. Yes. What's he going to do? I mean, honestly, the only two moves to even not be mated almost are 4-9 rook and 6-9 rook. What do I do against this? 7-1 or just drop another gold. Drop another gold. Really? This is not mate? I thought this was mate. Oh my goodness. I have to be able to look at the pieces that the opponent has in hand. Like, even in the game, I thought this was mate. Running back towards the dragon is a possibility if they don't have it in hand. Okay. Oh, great. Great lessons. All right. And then the next one, I had to make a move and I lost the game. Okay. Awesome. Great start. Let's try to get Shogi Wars back up now. Close this. Here's my Shogi Wars from before. Thank you, Foradun. That is, that's what I was saying as I was waiting for Shogi Wars to load. Uh-oh, it still looks like it's bad for me. I've tried on 3 different networks. AT&T fiber, this DSL connection I've got, and then wireless. Although, I guess technically those are all going through AT&T. Technically, I now that I think about it, those are all going through AT&T equipment. So I wonder if there's some sort of peering or routing. problem. Oh, you do too? Okay. So anyway, back to the podcast. Um, you this is like while I was waiting, I was mentioning this that I am blown away by the response. I cannot. I never imagined that we would get so much discussion. Like the YouTube comments, there are more YouTube comments than ever. There's all that discussion on the Discord, and there are a bunch of really nice private messages that I've received. And this is all within it. It hasn't even been 24 hours. So I am the stocks on the shogi community in the West right now are going up. I think the stocks are going up. I feel very very excited about it. Obviously, everything is tempered by some form of reality that it is still a small, relatively small community, but I'm stunned. So I have already recorded the second episode, and I am going to trash that one. So the second episode, I'm going to pick a different topic and revisit the other topic in a later podcast. So I'm going to pick a better topic, and I'm going to address a lot of the comments that I've gotten so far in the next podcast. So so I still don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm still going to I'm hoping to at least not drag it down. Hopefully keep some interest going. Hey, Emperor Rex, good day. Great to see you. Now there's the pressure. I don't want to let people down. It's one thing when you think you're basically speaking into the void. It's another thing when there might actually be people listening. And so very exciting. And then the third one is still this. The plan is still the third episode is going to be the self interview, where I interview myself and use that as an example for people who would consider to be interviewed. Get back to 81 Dojo. Wait for a game. Man, that was a great first game. The self-interview. We'll see. I think it's one of those where it could just be terrible, or it could be humorous, or it could be terrible. I'm looking for ways to differentiate the interviewer and the interviewee. Obviously, on audio, it's going to be a little more difficult, but maybe I'll put a hat on when I'm either the interviewer or the interviewee. I guess the interviewee, maybe I'll put the hat on. All right. Make sure the scene is here. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Did I greet my last opponent? Oh gosh, I hope I did. At least I told him great game.
1、2、3、1、1、
Interesting. Okay.
1、1、2、1、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、
He comes up. I'll come up.
1、1、1、1、2、3、
Oh boy.
5、6、7、8、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、
Oh, that's tough. I think it's good here.
2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、
I think the block would have been better,
3、
right?
1、2、3、1、2、3、 4 5 1
Yeah.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Okay.
1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Oh no. Oh no. That was interesting there. That one was fun. I think this might have been premature. I think the night drop might have been premature. I wonder about the lance. I wonder about the lance. Uh, you don't know too much good learning. Wait, Emperor Rex. You don't know the much good learning Crim. Um, can you rephrase that? I wonder if there's a typo in there. Uh, I did copy the. I was going to say thank you for the game, but he left. Let's add this. Oops. I want to definitely want to look at that. So what is I'm trying to think of what that could be. Much good learning like material. Based on some of the responses I've gotten to the podcast, I'm thinking maybe this second one will be about learning materials and good paths of you good paths to getting started past the beginning. But I'm not sure because I don't. It's tough because like I've gotten a number of messages about that, about asking about those types of things, both in the YouTube comments and direct, about asking about the things that I thought a lot of shogi viewers would have already known, or been familiar with, but questions about that. So I think I think it's a great topic for that. But at the same time, there are also people who know all these things and might not be as interested in the topic. But maybe everyone is so starved for shogi content that maybe they'll still be able to enjoy that and then be able to put in their own 2 cents and think about ways that they would respond. So that's the leader in the house right now for the second. Oh, you watch and learn. Language is a problem. Yeah. Yeah, understood. Understood. I hope I hope people can get something out of these. If only learning what not to do sometimes. Um so where are we here? This is already I think a good advantage for me. Okay. So this is basically the Sente advantage for Gote here. So my opponent in this position, and I think I'm familiar with that. I think I'm familiar. You know, this is just if I'm going to play this opening, I've got to be okay with this. But this pawn push is what I'm usually looking for. Excuse me, usually looking for. So come up there, take. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, this is an only move. And I know we've analyzed this. Yeah, you notice different tactics and strategies. Yeah, definitely against me. There are different strategies. And then some of these tactics, you know, I forget my lines and I get into different positions. And we get some nice ones like this. Although this one, I believe I've been in here before, and I believe we've discussed this before. You know, I'm always thinking about just simply taking the lance and then making an opposing rook with a lance. Yeah, the best moves here. Wow, 8-5 silver, taking the pawn and giving up the rook so I can get the lance. It's pawn push. It's taking the lance. It's coming back with the silver. I don't know how this could possibly be good because then he's coming in. And it's taking here. Those are the top 5. So none of my move. Oh, but my move was still good. It was still okay though. It's still okay. Yeah, I think that's what the engine likes, Emperor Rex. I think your line is what the engine likes. So this is it. This is huh. Fascinating. Okay. Huh. It keeps getting a little spicy. Okay. Anyway, this was a big mistake because then I get the fork. Wait, what? Oh, 8-1. Oh, 8-1. But it's effectively the same, right? 8-1 is effectively the same. How is 8-1 so much better? How is 8-1 so much better? 8-1. 5-2. 8-4. Versus 6. Oh. 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 Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. That's huge. That's a takeaway. All right. So the rest we'll go from here. I just want to see everything was 4-8 silver. Oh, this is yeah. Okay, this was a mistake. Okay. And now what am I looking at? Get my silver up. Okay. Defend and then start my stuff. Perfect. 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 Okay. Beautiful. 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 Okay. So let's back out. How many strokes to make a great katana? Oh gosh. That I do not know. That I do not know. um, let's try Shogi Wars again. Oh, on my scene, I wasn't even reviewing properly. I wasn't even reviewing properly. So I might as well
Loss. Current streak
track
is
the
one
wins and
loss.
losses.
Streak is one win.
Okay, 80 Shogi Wars. What are you doing? What are you doing, Shogi Wars? What if heroes? What if heroes shut up shop, shut down Shogi Wars, and closed up shop? That would be bad. That would be real bad. I'm not going to think about that. I am not going to think about that. That possibility. That would be extremely bad for the show. As excited as I am now based on the podcast, if Shogi Wars is gone, that's just going to destroy that enthusiasm. You think providing an outline for private study would be helpful for beginners? Yeah. Yeah. Killer Ducky does have that. So anytime I mention getting started and advancing, past the beginning, Killer Ducky is that little document, little is my go-to. So it was going to be on the list of things. I think sometimes I'll have to look to see how far his goes because I haven't read it actually. I haven't reviewed it in a little bit. So I wonder if he goes past the beginning a lot more. I don't think so. But we need those beginning step. We need the beginning steps, the outline. But I think we also need past that point. Like for example, one of the YouTube comments. I'll mention it since it's public. One of the YouTube comments came from someone who is, I believe he said 2100 in chess. So with these chess players, obviously they do need to learn how the pieces move, but they graduate past begin the basics real quickly. And where do they go from there? And GM Zerk mentioned a great point about the books that we don't quite have that next level stuff, that next step stuff, similar to Kageyama in the Go world. If anyone is familiar with that, Lessons in the Fundamentals of Go. Or the I think it's called Learning Go series, like a Janice Kim series in Go. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. I have a hope now. Now I have a good feeling about this. No. Okay. I'll wait till it doesn't connect, and then go from here. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, let's just while waiting for that, let me put up a game. Oh, trying to get comfortable here. Excited for this weekend too. The as I mentioned before, the California Extreme Pinball and video classic video game arcade event is this weekend.
1、
All right. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
4、5、
Change the scene.
6、7、8、
Okay.
1、
I think I'm set. I think my scene is right.
1、2、1、1、1、
Okay.
1、
So so far the higher level Don players have given me free Bisha.
2、3、1、1、1、2、
Yoji no
2、3、
oh I can't remember.
5、
Yuji
6、7、8、9、1、2、3、
good greetings XP. Nice to see you.
3、4、5、6、
All right, let's do this.
1、
Trying to recenter myself. You know, the board looks slightly different than Shogi Wars, so it feels slightly different.
1、2、1、2、
Oh, interesting.
1、
Interesting.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
That's not right, right?
1、1、2、3、4、1、2、
Oh, Yoji Nobori. I see you on 81 Dojo.
6、7、8、9、1、2、1、2、
How can I apply more pressure here?
5、6、7、8、9、
Oh, I should have dangled. I should have dangled.
5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5、6、
Can I drop a bishop here?
8、9、 1、
I don't think so. Can I drop the bishop?
1、2、3、
Whoa.
4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、 7、
Can I drop a
8、
bishop again? No.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
Yeah.
1、2、3、4、5、6、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
No. 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 No.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、
Oh, that's very nice.
4、5、6、7、8、9、
Shoot. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、
Ah.
6、
Yeah.
7、
Darn. I think I had I mean I almost certainly had an advantage.
3、4、5、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、
You know, I want to take this so I get the Waryuchi.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、
Yeah.
1、2、3、4、
So which way?
6、7、8、9、
Let's come back this way. Let's come back this way.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、
Ah, ah, ah. Shoot. I lost it. I lost focus. I completely lost focus. Great setup. Oh boy. I got in my head. I got in my head. I was like, I'm beating a 3-dan. I'm beating a 3-dan. I'm gonna beat a 3-dan. In my head, I was totally in there. And tragedy followed. Tragedy followed. So where's the point when I drop that bishop? When I drop that bishop, oh, 2-8 is better. I mean, 2-3 is okay. 2-8 is better, of course. Of course. Of course, because I get the pawn. Like, if he comes up, I get the pawn. Yes. Oh. So his best move is actually giving up a pawn. Four-one is also an option. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. The old browser version of Show Yours loaded temporarily and showed 2,500 players. Oh, but then resulted... wow. Wow. Maybe it is some sort of network thing. Okay, I'm taking this lesson away. That's a big one for me. Yeah, to be able to get that pawn drop. Okay. So anyway, we proceeded, and I've got a tiny little advantage. Better than Sente advantage, but 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 I guess having the dragon is not as valuable as I thought. Maybe I just overestimate the dragon. Oh wow. I resigned in a not so bad spot. I resigned in a spot that was not even as bad as he was in. I thought this was just going to be over. Of course not. No, of course not. It's just a bishop and a knight. I could still play this. I guess that was just an embarrassment resign, because I didn't even realize the rook was aiming there. Quick embarrassment resign. All right. Anyway, this is real strong for me. But +5. Make my castle better. Having a dragon back here is so much nicer than a rook, because it eliminates all those nasty shoulder and back corner attacks. All right. Fun game. 3 good games so far today. 3 really good games. I got in my own head there. That one. That's a perfect illustration of Shogi Dad mindset in these games. Oh my god, I'm beating a 3 dan. Oh my god. Never say die until I have to. Yes. Yeah, don't hashtag just resign. Do not hashtag just resign. So I'm playing well. I don't. I wish. I need Shogi Wars to be up. I want to take. What was that old saying? Take my skills to South Beach. I want to take my skills to Shogi Wars. Come on. Boy. All right. Anyway. Let's go for another. Good times. Let's see. While waiting, let's look to see Lee Shogi if there's any faster tournaments. Daily Rapid, Picare, and Tunawa. Wait, did I hear something? No. This is 10 minutes. Oh, 10. That's rapid. That's not fast. Yoji Nobori, accept. Greetings. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
5 6 1
I assume this is you.
1 1 1 1 1
So desu ne. Uh-oh. This is I don't know if I like where this is going. Okay.
1 1 2 3
Oh, interesting.
1 2
Oh boy.
3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1
Gotta get my king over.
1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 1
I haven't done one of these in a long time. I don't feel like the opportunity has presented itself very often.
1 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、1、2、
Oh boy.
4、5、6、7、
No, it's fine. It's fine.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、1、
3 pawns.
3、4、5、6、1、
Yeah.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
Come back. We'll take that pawn.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Oh boy.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、
I think I forced it in there.
5、1、1、2、3、4、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、
I don't have a knight.
7、1、
Okay, that's the sniper. I've got these bishops.
3、
I think that's
4、
good.
1、2、1、2、1、2、3、4、1、1、
Okay, so he's got Mino. He's got Mino and 2 bishops.
4、
This is not my castle is not great.
2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、2、3、4、
Come
5、
back.
6、7、8、9、1、
Ooh.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、
Yeah, I'm looking for this.
5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、1、 2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、
Oh, I should have taken. I should have taken.
4、
Just take.
5、6、 7 8 1 2 1 2
I think if you would have run, it would have been more difficult.
2 3 4 1 2 3
Do I have mate?
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Do I have mate?
2
This diagonal here.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
This gold,
1
and then the gold over here.
5 1
All right, I think that's it.
2 3
Arigatou gozaimashita. Ooh. Thank you. If that was you, thank you for the game. Very fun. You think the lance on the 8th before silver dropped 7-1? If Shogi Wars stays down, I'll be 3 down. No, these are unrated. These are the 10-second games are unrated. Origamoniwa, hello. Let's copy this. Copy this. Exit game. Add this. So I think that one. So it was you. Yeah. Arigatou gozaimashita. So when I saw this, I thought what I was afraid of, immediately afraid of, when I saw this, I was expecting the Gangi, the 5th rank Gangi from oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. Melkor's teacher. Oh my gosh, sometimes when I'm speaking or when I'm on stream, and I've discovered when doing the podcast, sometimes my mind just goes blank. And these names who I have just in my brain at all times, they go out. Ishikawa sensei. We didn't get I'm going to close this. We didn't get that. Sweet. I'm now this approach. I think this is the moment to do this. This is, again, so many things that I do, I think of as the Koshiro. This is one of those. Let me flip the engine, see if this is, and it is. That is the top move. Oh, except it wants to take with the rook. When it doesn't like this. It doesn't like this either? Well, interesting. Okay. So what am I missing? What am I missing here? Maybe it's just the depth. Here's what am I missing? Why do I have to take with the rook here? Did they have silver 3-4? The engine just says to do this. And then go back. Oh, it's his move. It's his move. It's his move. Um, I'll make the top engine move, which doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, it's 6-2. And I just wait. What? Yeah, these are the ideas that the engine is giving me. When your question for when do they have silver 3-4 when the rook was on 2-5? Uh, their best move is gold 3-2. So if he does silver 3-4, I take the bishop and promote. I think that's the key there. That's probably what you're not seeing. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right about that. Uh, how do we get back there? Yeah, this is the second. This is like it's still basically just Sente advantage at this point. That feels pretty good though for the opponent. You know, they at least get tempo. Maybe that's the trade-off there. So I'm still maybe the engine just doesn't like this Urashino attack. Oh, it's not that it dislike. Well, it is the third move, but it's -1 for Sente. It's almost a 2-point according to this. It's almost like a 2-point loss. And taking is terrible. Taking is terrible. What am I missing here? What am I missing? So taking is real bad. Is another 2 points. And he comes back. To me, this is almost no-brainer territory. There's something fundamental I'm missing here. I guess it's because he'll have the 3 pawns. You know, my pawn is protecting this. So what's the defense here? Take. Let's say I take. Okay. Wow. Okay. There's the defense. I've seen Tokyo Peach do this defense. I in a game a while back, I think it was on a video where she played one of the older players at at the Brazil club, and I seem to remember seeing her do a defense like this, and I thought, wow, that's sophisticated. Okay. Learn to set up for the okie doke. This just feels very difficult. Wow. Okay. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so here's that graph. At the advantage portion, I want to look at. I wonder if this is where. Oh, no, this is not where Foradun you mentioned about the lance drop. Oh, 2-2. 2-2 is good. 2-2 is very good. 2-2, even 4-6. Okay. I stand by my move. I stand by my move, even if it's a blunder. Uh, what's the response? Wait, what? Oh, this is too good. This is too good. Oh, wow. Is that really? Even if I do something like this? Oh, of course. Oh, the gold. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Oh. Interesting. Ah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So how could I have prevented that? So I mean, obviously I could not do this move. But if he comes over, what is my best? Just push the pawn? Oh, no. Oh, to defend this pawn. Fair enough, I guess. But then what about this? Oh, that ends the threat against that. And then yeah. Okay. 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 All right, sorry. So now let's look at that spot where the lance drop before silver drop 7-1. Oh, of course. Of course. Yes. Oh my gosh. Mate. Yeah. This is resign then. This is resign. Because it's just mate. Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean obviously it's still going to be a win, but much slower. Okay. I've missed that before. I've missed that. I've made that before, and I've missed that before. So that's one of those patterns. Hey, Harlu, that's one of those patterns that doesn't yet seem to have solidified in my brain. Because like I say, I have made that mate before. I've done that at least twice that I can think of. Once on Shogi Club 24 and another time over the board, where I've made, in this type of position, I've made the mate where, obviously you just keep taking until he blocks here, and then then you drop you do your regular Mino mate. Ah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to take a quick bio break and refill my liquids. And you ate too much Greek food. Oh. Okay. I will wait a little bit for the bio break and refilling my water. I'll take a sip of the last remaining bit of water. I love Greek food. Well, if you know me at all, maybe this isn't even a big deal to say, because I love all food almost. But I love Greek food. And now I am craving Greek food because of you. You're 1% garlic now. Okay, well, so that's the thing. So this is the weird thing about me. This is the very weird thing about me. It's not necessarily that I dislike the taste of garlic. The smell of garlic and sort of what it does to some people's breath and the smell, I don't like it. I don't like it, so I stay away from garlic. To a fault, in the house we don't do much garlic, and my wife won't cook with garlic because I'm so particular. But I love all these foods, and I've never really thought of Greek food as all that garlicky. The only food that I eat a lot of, or that I enjoy a lot, where I know there's garlic in there, is Italian. And in most of the ways I have it, it doesn't quite bother me as much. Versus, I think it depends also on how the chefs prepare it. Like, I think done tastefully, it's fine, and it doesn't overpower, and it doesn't smell, and it doesn't seem to bother my sensibilities. Oh man, Mediterranean food, Greek food, Italian food, Indian food, Japanese food, Chinese food, Hungarian food, American food, Mexican food. I had when we took our last like a weekend vacation on Mother's Day, we went to oh gosh, what was this place? It was a place I had not had before. It was I'm looking for this. Petaluma CA. Let's see. Where's this food? Oh my gosh, I can't remember what this was. It was called ayahuasca. Let's see. Let me look up that. It is Petaluma, Peruvian. I had never had Peruvian food before, and it was delicious. Oh my gosh. And food is so good. You have like 40 garlic bulbs in your garden right now? Seriously? You grow garlic? Wow. So living in Northern California, there's a place that's called Gilroy. It's a not neighboring city, but it's, I don't know, an hour drive away. It's an hour drive away. And it may still be known as the garlic capital of the world. I think at this point, they mostly just process garlic. So they're like the garlic processing capital of the world, or at least the capital of the US. And yeah, probably not the world, but the garlic or maybe they call themselves the garlic capital of the world. But huge garlic city. And like if you drive through this city, you'll see signs: garlic ice cream, garlic cherries, garlic, garlic everything. They're selling garlic, they're selling avocados on the side of the road, they're selling all sorts of garlic flavored things. But so as I said, we live about an hour away, especially in the fall, but this can happen anytime depending on how the air is, but mostly in the fall. In the mornings, just out here, an hour away, you get the smell of garlic, like this huge, overpowering smell. And like if you walk outside, to me, it's stifling. It's so stifling. And I didn't know that there was this neighboring or nearby town, an hour away, that was the garlic like capital of the country or whatever. And so I would be out there. I'd go out and I'd be like, what neighbor is cooking so much garlic that I can smell it every day? And it's like, it's saturating my body. And I was actually going like mildly nuts. So I'd start walking around the neighborhood, just like, where am I finding this smell? Where am I finding this smell? And, and I had some ideas like, oh, maybe it's actually coming from this deli, down the road, or maybe it's this thing. And it wasn't. And so the one of the first and only, I think probably only post I've ever made to Nextdoor, I said, we've been living in the area for about a year. Around this time of the year, I start smelling, a very strong scent of garlic. And I'm wondering if it's some of the neighboring restaurants or neighboring deli. And, does anyone know? Basically, does anyone know? And people had responded back saying, oh, this is the smell of my childhood. It's long story short, they explained that it's Gilroy. And if you drive through there, you smell it. And so it's, for someone like me who's very sensitive to smells like that, it's rough. It's very rough. So when we go through Gilroy, it's a nice place. A lot of farming. People seem nice. It's a nice place, but I've got to turn on the recirculation in the car. I've got to make sure the windows. I always drive with the windows closed, but keep the windows closed. Turn on the recirculation before we get into the city. And then just get through it, because there was one time where we were driving through Gilroy, because a lot of times we've got to go there to depending on the route to go to my son's school, but one time I was driving through there, and the gag reflex, like that's how much this garlic seems to affect me. Like as I'm driving, like my gag reflex started happening. And I was like considering just going to the side of the road, because it's like, oh my gosh, like while I'm driving, I can't start throwing up. It was so difficult. But anyway, sometimes it's tough to be me. Sometimes it's tough to live with me, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Everyone has their quirks, and some of them more than others, and that might be me. So you plant it in the fall, so it's ready when the ground thaws in spring. You harvest the scrapes already. Okay. So what do you make with it? Do you make like Italian food? Do you just make lots of stuff? Do you eat it? A good friend of mine is Romanian, and he and especially his dad, like they would just eat it raw. They would eat it raw. His dad grew it, and in his area, his dad is they're both actually from the old country, but they had moved out here at some point. Yeah, it's not for me. It's tough being me. Like sometimes I can smell. If someone I know walks by me, I can tell, oh, you went to the cafeteria, or you went to you ate here. Like, I know, for example, when my wife comes home, I know where she ate. I know where she ate, or if she ate. Like, I know, because I have this torturous sense of smell, and garlic really sets it off. So you make the pasta sauce, yeah, yeah. She, she, she you, my, I'm, my grandma and mom. I'm Italian. I'm Hungarian, Italian, and German mostly. So I'm a mutt, but a big portion is Italian, and a big cultural portion of my growing up is Italian. And so, my grandma would make pasta sauce and pasta, and my mom knew how to make that stuff, and we did all those things, and going to parties with lots of Italian food, and I loved it. And I don't quite remember it being garlicky, but I think, as it turns out, I think my grandma did, believe it or not, as for an Italian, also was not huge into garlic. So she was very minimal in the garlic. And so when we make sauce or buy sauce, we'll get like sensitive stomach, or whatever it's called, where it doesn't have much or any garlic. And my family, who enjoys garlic, is kind of, it's sometimes it's a real obligation to have to live with me, or to be around me. But hopefully I make up for it in other ways. But anyway, I am going to get this water, take the bio break, and I'll be right back. Don't, that's the problem. If you want to derail me, start talking about food. But I'm still thinking about Greek food right now. All right, be right back. All right, back. Wearing my Lee Chess shirt, t-shirt. I was wearing chess.com yesterday, wearing Lee Chess today. Had a funny, speaking of podcasts, had a funny experience this morning where as I've said, in the mornings I walk around. I go for a walk, I listen to podcasts, listen to some audiobooks. And there are people sometimes that you start seeing more and more often. You wave, you say good morning, whatnot. But anyway, it was two guys who I've seen walking before, and we waved, and we were kind of going in parallel directions, and they started talking. We introduced and started talking, and this is the first time. So in the years that I've been walking around this area, this is the first time this has ever happened, where you start talking to people as you're walking. And somehow very quickly on, the discussion came to podcasts. And because when you're walking, I'm listening. So they're like, oh, you're listening to podcasts or something like that. And I said, yeah. And then they asked, I didn't change my scene. What podcast do you listen to? And boy, that's a real. I never thought about this before, but that is a very loaded, potentially a very loaded question, a very personal question, if you think about it. And it's like, sometimes, especially now in this divided world, you listen to one thing, you'll be loved by some people. You listen to but that same thing will make you despised by another set of people. And so it's real tough. So I said, which is actually true. Though I was embarrassed a little bit on the second one, I said, I mostly listen to chess podcasts. But I also listen to some video game podcasts. Even in the Bay Area, I'm still sort of mildly even in 2025 in Silicon Valley, I'm still mildly embarrassed by the fact that I'm a nerd and I play video games, even though video games are 100% they're like popular and saturated. But anyway. And I mentioned that I just released the first episode of a podcast about Japanese chess, shogi. Because I'm thinking, maybe I can hook somebody. Maybe I can get someone interested in shogi somehow in the area. Just to mention it. On the off chance, let me mention it. And we started talking, and the shogi conversation didn't go all that far, and we ended up talking about a number of interesting topics. We walked quite far, but anyway, it was the point is that I had never thought about it before, but the question of what podcasts do you listen to is loaded, potentially loaded. All right, let's go back to 81. Let's go back. Let's see if Shogi Wars is up. Oh, it's up. You've actually never listened to a podcast? Really? I thought I was the last human on the planet to not listen to a podcast. I thought that I was the last. Actually, before I do this, let me just update well, first update my I think I am 2-2 today.
Loss. Current
Win.
streak is 1 loss. Current streak is 1 win.
What am I trying to do? Oh, I wanted to thumbs up. I wanted to evaluate Yoji Nobori's game manner as good. Okay. That is done. You've been evaluated, and you came up with a thumb. Hi, Eloy. Recently, you had a thought about how podcasts and books are almost the same thing, but have such different connotations when you say you do one or the other. It's really true. It's really true. I was, not quite making that same point in my head, but I was thinking about how, like, the decision, do I script the podcast? How much do I script it? How much do I write, just literally write these things down and essentially read them, in front of the camera and the mic? And at that point, like, if I'm reading this, or writing this, should I be writing articles? Should I be writing books? When you're running, cycling, or walking, you usually don't like wearing headphones, so you're not listening to anything. And when driving, it's music or nothing usually. Yeah, so my feeling is that, Eloy, yeah, in a CV, you can write how you read books. Exactly, like you can say you're reading books as a hobby, but nobody will say, they listen to podcasts. That's true. And even audiobooks, people will say you read the book. A lot of people that I've heard say they read the book, though they listened to the audiobook. And there is, I think there is a difference. I do think there is a difference. I say this as someone who loves to read and who's someone who is growing to really love listening to audiobooks. Hey, Koshiro. You learn the same or more from the shogi videos instead of books. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Is it... Because, you're not old, but you're not a kid. And I thought it was mostly, sort of 20 and below that really started learning more from videos instead of books. Hey, Surge Bringer. Nice to see you. This is a great topic. I'm gonna write this down. Books versus I'll remember books versus videos. But anyway, so back to before we go on, back to Harlu about the podcast. Not listening to anything when you don't want to wear headphones. So when I would walk or do things like that, before listening to podcasts, I would also just have quiet. And because I'm sort of a believer in the value of sometimes quieting your mind. So I would think that it would, I thought that it was a good exercise to walk around and, Yoji Nobori, thank you for the game. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's play Shogi again. Thank you. Very fun game. So I was thinking, I don't want to be listening to this stuff. I want to quiet my mind, or I want to be thinking on my, how often these days do we get to think, just think with a quiet mind, just on our own, without having someone else telling us something, or without having a podcast, or without having music in our ears. So that was kind of my take a lot of times, is that I just want to, if I'm going to walk, let me use this as a chance to quiet my mind and think my own thoughts. But then I finally started listening to some podcasts, and it was like, oh, I like this. I like this. I'm as long as I'm sort of engaged with what they're speaking about. Yeah, it's not my thoughts, but I can still think, and I can still be thinking about it, and boy, am I entertained. So it's that audio, the podcasts, and then to a lesser extent audiobooks, have taken over my walking, my walking time whenever I would be wearing headphones, and music in the car sometimes, but that's about it. So when I'm walking, I almost never listen to music with headphones. It's almost always either podcasts or audiobooks now. And the music is when I'm in the car. But when I'm in the car, also I'm listening to some podcasts. I love the discussion around chess. I love the discussion, some discussion around video games, and there's some others. I've said this before, and it'll show how old I am, but there's this podcast of the now deceased comedian Gilbert Gottfried. He and his partner Frank Santopadre did a podcast called it was not Gilbert Gottfried's Excellent Adventures. Gilbert Gottfried's like fantastic colossal podcast or something like that. And they interview people from the movie industry, entertainment industry, going back decades. And these two guys, they're encyclopedic with their knowledge of old like actors and old comedians, stuff that I didn't know and stuff that I never quite honestly cared about. But just hearing people talk with such reverence about these older actors and these older times, with a comedic flair, I just love it. I just love it, like, more than I would have ever guessed. Just because I've said this before, if someone cares about what they're doing, if they're passionate about what they're doing, it doesn't matter if I don't care about that subject. I will listen and I will discuss it with them and I'll talk, and it'll be great. And I enjoy it. Emperor Rex, if first Naruto, then videos, now some books in English. That's yours. That's your path. So your fundamentals came from books. Japanese books, though, right? Japanese books, because you can read Japanese. And you say that it feels like mimicking moves from videos seems easier than books. Yeah, I think that's the thing with videos and to an extent sort of computer-based training like Chessable. Somehow I feel like seeing those moves in action makes it set in a little bit more for me than reading it out of a book. But maybe the thing that I'm wondering is maybe I am just not good enough at visualization, and that once I would get better at visualization, maybe the book would be as good or better, because I'd see the text and I'd see the moves like in my head. But I agree with you. Yeah, watching like opening videos, opening videos, how to play this opening, how to do stuff like that. I think the combination of the video and then the computer-based repetition is a real hard to beat. It's really hard to beat, especially compared to a book for me. You play a surgery, you play Urshin Ryu because you see me play it. Yeah, well, that's I play it in large part because I am able to watch Urshino Ryu channel and Urshino Sensei himself stream these games. So it's like, I don't have an Urshino Ryu book. I would love to have one, but I don't speak Japanese well or read Japanese well enough to be able to make sense of the book. So I'm stuck with these YouTube videos, but these guys are prolific. They make a lot of videos, and there's a lot, you can see a lot of situations in real life games and through these videos. And as long as you're watching with like that learner's mindset or that active mind, when I watch Urshino Ryu channel's videos every night, I'm not just letting it flow over me. I'm like thinking as I'm watching it. Like, that's part of the fun for me. And I think it's helped. And Kojiro's too kind. You say you played Urshino because of me too. But so your video, Koshiro, so this is a great resource if you haven't seen it yet. Koshiro played an entire Blitz tournament, a Hayazashi Meijin tournament in Brazil against very strong players. And he recorded every game, and they're up on his Shogi Brazil YouTube channel. And every single game was played with Urshino Ryu. That was the biggest gift that I can think of. I was, in case it wasn't obvious at the time, I was ecstatic to get that. To see not only to see a top player playing this opening, but also to see the top player playing against varied skill levels. And most of the people there are really good, but even so, there is the gradual increase, and so it's amazing to see that. And like I've said before, one of the things that I would love to see more of in the shogi world, which are very difficult because of the software we have, but is those climbing the rating ladders videos that like John Bartholomew does for chess, where he plays against weaker players and slowly goes up the rank. He moves up the ranks and starts playing stronger players. So you get to see what you need to do against these various levels to be able to win. And he's explaining all his moves so you learn. That's sort of how I felt these Urshin no Ryu videos from Koshiro were, these Hayazashi Meijin tournament videos. They were so good, so good. The quality was great and really fun to watch. And then obviously Urshin no Ryu channel is just, he's so dedicated. Every single day he's uploading every single day of the week he uploads a video, and the video has 2 or 3 games of 3-minute bullet games, which for learning I think is great, because you can think, you watch, the game is happening fast enough, but if you want to retake, it's real easy to pause. It's real easy to pause and go back. And I love it. I just love it. And it makes me wonder, like, the more, I obviously, I've said before, and we've talked about this, that I want to learn other openings and play other openings. I started with Nakabisha, but I'd like to play more like bogeying and other things like that. But I feel like right now I have so many resources for Urshin no Ryu from these videos that like I almost don't want to change. And I certainly, I don't want to change until I hit, if and when I ever hit Shodan on Shogi Wars. Like this is I so many things are like blocked behind this rank up. Yeah, Todovsky is good too. Definitely. Agreed, Surge Bringer. So that's the thing. Urshin no Ryu is fun, but you don't get to play normal castles. You get to play defense, but you don't get to play normal castles. And the thing is, a lot of the games end in tragedy because, like we saw yesterday, some of these games, even if you have a strong attack, and even if the engine thinks you have a very strong attack, and hey, Dartney, great to see you. Happy Friday indeed. That doesn't mean that you can stroll to a victory, because you're living so dangerously in Urshin no Ryu. It only takes 1 or 2 slow moves for it all to go terribly wrong. And so, as fun as it is to bust in and make attacks and be swashbuckling, it's also pretty frustrating at times to just get demolished because of your weak king. And Eloy, the days are all running by. No, the speed run, Rosen speed run to 2400 is very good. You watch everything. I watched some of his. I didn't watch near the end. I watched more of the beginner stuff. I like his teaching style. Obviously, he's got that calming voice. His content has very high quality, and I love the genre of rating ladder, like Naroditsky's, and of course Bartholomew. I say Bartholomew every time, and others have done it. But Eric Rosen is also great at that. He doesn't play the things I play, but at those lower levels, he doesn't do the nuts stuff. That's, the good teachers don't do the gambity stuff. So, they'll show what you need to do and explain what the opponent is thinking or doing, and his is great. And yeah, I would love a shogi version, but we really don't have the software for it. I think the old way that John Bartholomew did it is probably the way to go, where he did not start with a new account. This is he did them before speedrun accounts were even a thing. He just, as his 2500 chess.com rating or whatever he was, he manually challenged a 600 or whatever to a rated game, and he'd get a response and they'd play. And then he started challenging, a 650 or either those. So he put his actual rating on the line. And that's how it used to be. I think that's probably how it would have to be for shogi. And just because, I know Koshiro tried on Shogi Club 24 to create a speedrun account, and this was something I was looking so forward to. But somehow they quickly detected or were told that it's him. So they bumped him up to the stratosphere in terms of ranking. So he didn't have a chance to actually do it. Yeah, Darkney. Yeah, speedrun account, more like ban incoming. Exactly. And in some ways it sort of makes sense because we don't have a way to refund ratings. But on the other hand, a 25, yeah, it's tough. It's real tough. It's real tough. It's a nuanced discussion, and I think the benefit of the content far outweighs any negatives. But I'm not the one they're playing against, so it's tough. Hi, Picari. Nice to see you. Shogi Wars. I agree. Shogi Wars adds effective sounds. I love the Shogi Wars sound. It's part of the fun of the site. But yeah, it would be great to have more of those speedruns. I drew Shogi and Koshiro, I believe, have done Shogi Wars type speedruns. But Shogi Wars speedruns, Shogi Wars really cannot be speedran, because Shogi Wars very quickly determines your rating, and they start matching you with other people at your level. So even if you're still 17Q on the site, you'll be matched with 2 dans or 3 dans if that's your skill. Within very, very soon, within a few games. So it's not really a speed run. It's effectively, you start at 30Q and then you win 30 or 32 games to get to be 2 dan or 3 dan. But you don't have, so it's good. It's good to watch this, and I loved watching I Dream of Shogi's. But you don't see that growth of the players. And I think also in the shogi world, we simply don't have that wide breadth of lower level and lower skilled players playing online. I think we just don't. There are very few. It's not like chess.com where you have the wide band of players from 100 elo up to 20, up to 3,000 elo. Shogi doesn't quite have that. And shogi has quite a few sandbaggers too. So it's real difficult. It's tough to say, oh, this is a 7Q. This is how a 6Q plays. This is how a 5Q plays. It's very difficult, if not impossible, to do that online, I would say. Versus chess, where you can say, this is how, well, I mean, things are changing because there's things are changing, but like in chess.com, especially when they were doing those speed runs, like John Bartholomew, you could say, oh, this is what a 600 does. Here's what an 800 does. You could see that this 800 is playing a little more, not pushing pawns as much or doing this. And you get this real sense of the progression, the growth of these players through the ranks. I don't think you get that so much in shogi. And shogi is so edge of the knife at so many times, more than chess. So I think sometimes it's harder to determine really what sets apart, say, a 4Q from a 5Q, or even like a 4Q from a 1Q. I think it's very difficult sometimes to really put your thumb on what that is. You want 15-minute battle for Shogi Wars? So you want 15-minute battle. This is on the podcast, the podcast that I'm throwing out, the second podcast episode I recorded after I recorded the first episode. I'm going to throw it out because I think I want to change topics based on the response that I got from this first podcast. So I'm going to throw that one out and revisit those themes. There were two topics that were in that podcast, so I'll revisit them in the future. But one of them was time controls, and about time controls, I don't want 15 minutes. I want 5 minutes with 5-second or 3-second byoyomi or Fischer increment. That's what I want. Fischer time control, 5 minutes with 5-second increment. Just so I couldn't get dirty flagged. I think it would be incredible. It would be incredible. 15 minutes would be nice. A lot of things would be nice. Shogi Wars, they've got to balance keeping the players into few buckets of time controls so that we can always find players. But I do feel that 10, 3, and then 10-second byoyomi they're just, as far as I'm concerned, they're just not satisfying enough time controls for me. I like 10 minutes, 10 second a lot, but it's a little too fast. I like 10 minute a lot, but you can get dirty flagged and it gets too chaotic at the end. So that's why I think if there was 5 minute with 5-second byoyomi, or gosh, stop saying that. If it was 5 minute with 5-second Fischer increment, like the Ibima tournaments, like those Ibima Blitz tournaments, I really think that outside of just novelty, that is the only time control that I would play. I would love it. Love it, love it, love it. Shogi Wars has a lot of bots also, but I disable bots on Shogi Wars. So I disable the bots on Shogi Wars because I can't play them. And then I lose, and then I feel terrible, and then it's tough. Maybe you can send Kifus, and I do against the Elo type. So the problem, like Gotham Chess or some of these other chess streamers, the problem with that is that I am not good enough. I think it'd be interesting. I do think it would be interesting, but I don't think I'm good enough to guess the Elo or guess the Q. Maybe that would be good though. Maybe that would be good. Maybe we push it. Maybe we get Kifus. Maybe with a peak level of like 2 Dan. Maybe a peak level of 2 Dan, and we play through this thing, and then we'll have a poll, and everyone will vote. Or everyone will vote for what they think, and obviously I'll give my opinion as well. I think that could be really fun. Yeah, it has to be done in a way. For me, it has to be done in a way where I'm not making fun of anybody. Like I think that's the key. For me, is that maybe we don't even say the names of the players, the usernames of the players, I would not want that to devolve into making fun of the players. I don't know if Gotham Chess does that, but Gotham Chess is all about the clicks. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're poking fun, if he and the viewers are poking fun at some of the players. Like that's the only thing I would want to avoid. You got dirty flagged, Koshiro, in a couple games in sprint games. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, especially sometimes like when I feel I've put together a really good game and my opponent and I are both low on the clock. So it's not like I could say, well, I did well on the board, but he didn't spend as much time thinking. It's not like I can say that because at the end of the game, he had less than my opponent will have less than 5 seconds left, and I will have, I'll get flagged. So it's not like I spent more time than him. It's just I had the great position. It's just physically could not make the moves to mate because he kept dropping in defense, for example. He kept or hopelessly dropping checks. So it's so tough. That's why, with Fischer increment, that's just not going to happen. You will always have time to make a move. You may not have much time, but you'll always have time to make a move. And that's the point I was trying to make on the second podcast, which I'm going to throw away. Surgebringer, if we did that, like that would be a stream time, right? We'd have to do the stream time. Yeah, guess the Don Q. Guess the Don Q. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we plan for like a Thursday, maybe a Thursday stream. Like sometimes the Thursdays and Tuesdays, or when I'm not on Shogi Wars, sometimes it seems to me, and I wish I could have a good persistent poll on this. It seems to me that mostly people don't enjoy the slower games, watching the slower games as much. It seems to me. Just based on the numbers that I see, on Twitch and YouTube, it seems like people drift off of the Shogi Club 24 games faster than they do the Shogi Wars. Does Gotham? I don't know. I would have assumed that Gotham Chess guesses both, but I don't know. I haven't seen one of those in a while. I am just not a huge fan of his. I'm not. I think it's an acquired taste or acquired distaste. He seems to. Yeah. He's a product of the algorithm, it seems like, and he really feeds the algorithm, and more power to him. He's making a lot of money and bringing a lot of people into chess, but that style doesn't quite go with me as much. You haven't played? Yeah, why don't you play in Shogi Wars, Picare? Yeah, I've subbed to Bartholomew for a long time, although I haven't lately. I haven't even been using, because he's so rare, he doesn't stream that much. John Bartholomew doesn't. So, I got in a rut where I was using my Amazon Prime video for John Bartholomew. And, but the problem with the Prime is that you can't automatically renew it. So the person has to be live, or you have to remember to go in there and subscribe. So, he wouldn't go live very much, and I'd forget. And so I'd have this Prime video, or this Prime, Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime subscription just unused. I think I've subbed to Rosen a couple times, and I've been given some gift subs to Rosen a couple times, I think. But never consistently, because I don't watch his consistently. I Grandmaster Gowry I like a lot. John Bartholomew, of course, I like a lot. Naroditsky I like a lot, or did. There are a lot of great chess streamers. I like there's a national master, an older guy, a national master from Australia who I watch. Can't remember his name now. I'm so bad with names when I need to recall them. And I enjoy his. I used to like, I don't even know if he streams chess anymore, but CL Smith 15, I think. He's someone who played shogi as well. He played shogi a while. All right. But that said, we've talked so much. I need to take another little bio break before I start. So let me just pop this up. I apologize. I went through all my tea, but I'll be right back. Okay. I gotta say, I've really come to enjoy that those 10-minute games on 81 Dojo. Those you moving the pieces, despite the fact that promotion is still wonky, moving the pieces, I think I like a little more than Shogi Wars. Yeah, they're both click, but picking up the piece in 81 Dojo, I think I like it more than the way it's implemented here. Anyway, so here we are. I have the 2 and 2 from those are from 81 Dojo. But Odaka Sakiko is still the voice. We still have the music on. Let's do this.
あなたが後手です。
Two Dan. Woo! Bot
対局開始。
339. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
嬉野流
Let's do the
1 1
oh boy.
1 2
Shogo's pieces are lighter. Yeah, that's yeah. I get what you're saying.
1 2 3 4 5 6
Are we going to get a
1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2
are we going to get a
1 2
we're going to get
3
Gangi?
4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6
Let's do this again. Let's see if this is okay. So I think of this as the Koshiro style.
1 2 3 4
What is this? Oh boy, this is rough.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Or maybe I should have come up. So I'm looking for a way to get to the
1、
whoa.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、
Do I come slide
Look.
over?
7、8、9。1、
Ah.
3、4、
So you're gonna take them
Go.
both?
6、7、8、9。
Oh, that's not good.
1、2、
It,
1、2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I wanted to get this over. It took me a long time to get this guy up.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Oh, I think I should have pushed this pawn.
1、
Yeah.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Oh no, 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 the rook, 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 rook. Oh no, oh, the rook. The rook. The rook. Oh my gosh. Okay.
2、3、4、5、6、
No, that would have been
Shit.
that would have been a nice trap.
8。
No, it wouldn't have been because the bishop is watching.
1、2、3。 1、2、3、4、5、6。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、
Can I take
Shit.
this bishop?
5、6、7、8、9。
Hmm.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Ugh.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Okay.
1、
Oh, nice.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、
Let's do this.
1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I want to do this, get this going.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
No. No, 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 no. I pawn. I wanted the pawn.
1、
Ah!
3、4、5、6、7、8。
That's not good. That's not good. This was a real good game until then.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I think I should have just brought the gold up.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Now I'm just getting torn apart.
1、
Too solid. Just too solid. He didn't blunder. Or he didn't give me the chance. Not giving up.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
All right, let's do this. I think he should have come in, but maybe not.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Yeah.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 時間切れ。
Good game. Good game. Oof. Wow, that one really has the blood going. Good game. Let me wish I could give thumbs up. You know, I wish I could give thumbs up. Yeah, the Byoyomi numbers changed one update ago. To where the Byoyomi are like centered now. I think I like it. I think I like it. I think I like the change. Analysis. Okay, so let's where are we? Where I want to go to the replay of that. Oh, that was a good game. Oof. Let me change the layout. Mark the loss.
Loss. Current streak is 1 loss.
Okay, so I didn't need to go. I think I didn't need to go back. I think I didn't need to go back because the knight coming over is never a threat. Because my pawn is there. Did I push my okay, no, I came back. So I'm thinking like Oops, I keep doing the wrong thing. I'm thinking about this because I want to expose that. Obviously, I cannot do this right now. I like this so I can get my knight up, but at the same time, he just comes back. He comes back, and then I come over. Maybe is that so? If I come back, trying to open up my bishop, my knight, he comes back, and then I slide over, and now I'm looking to make that same attack. I wonder if that's what I should be thinking about. I'm going to use a ticket. This game was so good. I'm going to use a ticket.
願いを叶えてやろう。
8二飛車。これは
Or I can do what I did, which is the top engine move. Naturally. 60%. So an advantage, but basically an EV game still. Oh, yes. Okay. So once I get this formation, this kind of stifled formation, I've got to consider bringing the bishop back to its home and opening up this diagonal. Yeah. Yes. I'm seeing this so often now. So often in these games. This suggestion. Wait, what? Wait, why would I I guess he's not precluded from taking this. He's just doing this faster. But why? All right. So what I'm going to take this into League Shogi. What is this? This is move 41. That was a slow reload. Move 41. I'm still kind of jazzed up. That game was fun. That's move 41, I think I said. And let me actually add this to the study. And I'll change the scene. Okay, 41. So their move was this. And then I do this. Interesting. The engine likes 4-5, but anyway, it likes 4-5 right now. But yeah, who knows? It's going to be fine. So we do this. He pushed, I think it was. Yeah. And then we open. Did he come up? Yeah, he came up. Then the engine wanted to push here. Oh, no, he didn't come up there. No. He came up here. Obviously, because I get this. Then we drop the pawn. He goes back. So what is this just going to be too much of a liability here? Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's a nice benefit of having that bishop there. Well, bishop there and then pushing that pawn. Okay. Oh man. Oh, I did that. Yeah. I mean, obviously, this we didn't have this position, but I didn't in this in the analysis. Okay. So takeaway from this one of them anyway. Don't leave. Consider moving the bishop. Consider moving the bishop. Move 73. Move 73. Let's look there. Yeah. So after this, I've got a great position. I have to believe here. The engine minus 8.3. Yes. So we're doing great. I redropped. I did not. Oh, I blocked. This gave up a lot of the. Huh. Interesting. I didn't see. I mean, I can briefly consider trying to get the silver up, but I didn't know what it would do. So what does it do? What does it do? What does it do? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. All right, so there's that. That's what that does. I don't know how I read that. I don't know what I take from there. So we did this. I pushed 5, and he redid it. So I got my sort of advantage back. I came up, dropped the knight. Because we're not moved 73 yet. So I took. I thought this knight would be able to be much more valuable. Just come back. What's the value over here? Why would I ever want this? Why would I ever want it here? Oh, because I'm maybe protecting against this? All right. Well, anyway, let's continue. This was bad. I gotta pull this guy up. Gotta pull that up. Yeah, I can see that one. Then he redropped, which was a mistake. I thought it was such a good move, but it was a mistake. Again, pulling this guy up. Again. What's the idea here? What am I even seeing? 8-6? Wait, what? Oh, the bishop. Oh, that's the key. That's the key in a lot of this, that this bishop is here. Oh, this bishop. The bishop. Oh. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't see any of that. Okay, so he does this. So move 73. Wait, if I take, it's mate in 7. Oh, yes. Oh. Wait. Yes. Oh, boy. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Holy moly. I mean, it's a 10-second game, so I'm not going to see this. But I don't think my opponent is going to, or maybe they will. Maybe they will. They were pretty solid, it seemed like. But so he takes, comes up, and then yeah. Wow. Wow. All right. Oh, that was awesome. That was really cool. So what could I have done here? I think I got thrown off on that one move. I think 2 moves before, where I wanted to drop the pawn and I just didn't have enough time. And then I don't think I mentally recovered. And I never really sort of started visualizing the board again. Yeah. Okay. And here just come back. Just come back. Well, no, actually, the longer the engine thinks, my move was fine. It's an even game now. It's slightly to their advantage. And then he drops. What's 4-6 pawn? What does 4-6 pawn do? What does 4-6 pawn do? What does 4-6 pawn do? What are these are the kind of moves I never make. What does it do? It wants us to follow up with, this, which I had considered, I guess. Yeah, we just defend. We lose our pieces. Wait, should I have, oh, I should have taken with the bishop. Taken with the bishop. That's what I should have done. Okay. And it's just a tight game. It's a tight game. Wow. All right. Cool. Very good. Very good. Let's get another. Let's get at least one more here. At least one more Shogi Wars game. you want the instinct to feel when not to defend major pieces and just keep attacking when calculation is too tough. Yeah, you and me both. When not to defend the major pieces and keep attacking, and how to attack, is such an art form. It's such an art form. Unfortunately for me, in that position the entire time, even at that huge winning advantage, I didn't realize the power of my bishop diagonal, which is amazing because I have that diagonal every game. I just didn't even see it. And so I didn't realize I could even just let that rook leave because I was going to have a mate. Oh, all right, great game.
あなたが後手です。
All right, they beat me before. Shodan,
対局開始。
よろしくお願いします.
嬉野流。
All right, we'll do this way. We'll do the gambit way.
1、2、
Can I resign?
3、
Can I resign? I wonder if this player beat me this way before like this. I can't resign.
1、
There we go.
2、こんな将棋を忘れちゃいましょう。
All right. I'm gonna play the Urashino Sensei way. Let's just scrap that from the record. So for me, this is the major danger of slightly altering my move orders in the opening, is that I do that. This is an extremely fragile and delicate. This is an extremely fragile and delicate move order, and when you don't do it right, boy, you're gonna suffer.
あなたが先手です。
All right, よろしくお願いします.
対局開始。嬉野流。
All right, very funny. Okay. Wow.
1、2、3、4。 1、
Ooh.
3、
Oh, that's
Shit.
nice.
5、
Oh, so he's going to get me sort of out of position if he comes back.
1、1、 3、
Let's get our king over.
1、2、3、4、5、6。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。 1、2、3、4、5、6。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、
Wow.
3、4、5、6。
Oh, she did? She said, let's forget this loss.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Shogi is a game about capturing the rook. Shogi is a game about capturing rooks.
1、 2 1
So he is not going to resign.
3 4 5 6
Nor should he.
1
Not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind
3
it.
4 5 6 7 8 9
I don't see any forks. 'Cause if he gets the silver here, I guess I come up. Oh, I guess I could do that.
1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
Okay, I'll have to. If YouTube is not showing, I'll have to. Redo that next. Thank you.
2 3 4 5 6 7タレフ
Tadehu.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Mm.
1
Okay.
2 3
No! No!
1
Oh, oh, my rook! My rook! My rook!
1 2 3 4
Am I gonna lose now?
6 7 8 9
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I think I lost. I think I lost. I think I lost.
3 4 5 6 7
I think I lost this unlosable game. Oh my goodness.
1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
There we
時間
go.
切れ勝ち
There we go. I didn't lose. I won. I won.
Win. Current streak is 1 win.
Let's let me fix the YouTube. So this is oops. I think I am mentally jinxing the YouTube comments because yesterday I thought, oh my good, first, is it actually fixed? I thought, is it actually fixed? So I mentally jinxed it because it's been so good now for so long. For at least a few days, I haven't had to restart the YouTube chat. Let me refresh it now. All right, there we go. What did you come back? What did you come back to? You came back to some chaos. You definitely came back to some chaos. And did I not switch my scene? Was that whole game on this scene? All right. So here we are. It's funny. It's on like real funny. I feel like I'm playing really well today, but I'm not. Oh, it was on full screen. Okay, thank you. I feel like I'm playing pretty darn well. but I'm not making, but I'm giving up that catastrophic move. And it's like, there's a saying, I've heard it on chess podcasts. I think it's attributed to, there's an American grandmaster from Atlanta, or who lives in Atlanta. He's sort of controversial. He makes a lot of like jerky comments. He has like that arrogant kind of abrasive personality. It's of that genre of abrasive personality, which you know some people love. What is his name? Grandmaster. Sometimes he and his wife do the streams. He used to work at the St. Louis Chess Club. Oh my gosh, Ben Feingold. Ben Feingold. He has said that if the idea that some sometimes low level players, like say they're 800 elo, and they'll say, you know, I'm playing like a 2000. I'm playing like a 2000, but I just make this one mistake, and then I lose, and I can't seem to rank up. And it's, you know, the idea is, you know, if you're playing all your moves at a 2000 level, and then you make an 800 level move, you're an 800. Like, that is why you're an 800. You know, because it's I'm not doing it justice. I'm not explaining it as nicely as I've heard it relayed. But basically, you know, that is what makes you. You know, if I say, you know, boy, I'm playing really well today. I'm playing like a Shogi Wars Shodan or a Tudan or whatever. But I'm making that one move that's losing me the game, then I'm not playing like a show. Like that is one of the things, you know, not making those moves is one of the things that makes someone that level. It's not like all these other moves necessarily. Anyway, long story short. So you think they could have won my silver with an earlier knight 3-3? Oh, interesting. Playing by the book only means we're good at mimicking. Yes. Yeah. So this game especially, actually, most of the games today, to me, have felt great because I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Like, my opponents have put me in a zone where I can't necessarily just go through my routine. So, like in this game, you know, this is a weird opening where, you know, it went from Nakabisha and then he slid it over and then turned it to static, and then I started bringing my bishop up, similar to that idea in the past game. Wait. So anyway, long story short, I feel like these games today, I have not necessarily been playing by the book, and so they feel like really good. It's just my brain just collapses at some point. It just collapses once I've thought too much. The KIGF, nice to see you. You say you always had these tactical screw-ups in chess, playing multiple rounds around 1500 or so, and then next few days making stupid blunders and failing at 1200. That always kept your rating low. Yeah, I think that, you know, that consistency and that lack of making that big blunder is a huge portion of the game at that 1500 level, at I think my level. So move 47. So, well, how do we think about this? How do we think about how I played this opening? I'm getting a call, so let me just disconnect. It seemed good. And, you know, I trapped the rook, so the game's over. You know, he should have resigned. So, you know, I won this game. So, you know, he could have saved himself a bunch of time by just resigning here properly. Yeah, I won them. Yeah. Eloy, you're asking about move 47. My Kifu only goes up to move 31. My Kifu only goes up here to here. He did, quite honestly, he did take me off guard by not resigning. He really did. I joke about it too. I joke about it too much, but it is in my mind. It totally is in my mind. So he got the mental edge here. I got the material edge. He got the mental edge. Yeah, he won. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Koshiro knows me too well. I won again when he took my knight instead of the rook. even though it gave him the win. It's oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, so we're at 37. Intense. So I've learned now. I've learned to not make the bold rook drops in these 10-second games because inevitably I do get it trapped. So just with more time now, with more time to think, there's no rook drop here. Because the silver is going to be too good. The silver is definitely going to be too good. I won't be able to promote. I won't be able to do anything. I'll be able to take the bishop. Can I use the bishop? You play silver 4-6 instead of pawn 4-6. Ah, to save the pawn. Oh, and it attacks the bishop. Is this not going to be a weak point? Well, I guess I have my knight. And I don't have any of these types of ideas right now. Or even like this. Yeah, because the silver drop wins it. Again. But yeah, saving that pawn and potentially for use up here does seem good. Okay. So we're at move 39. You know, I'm always tempted for this. But again, I think with that silver in hand, I feel a little handcuffed. So I came back, he came back. And now move 41. Oh, wait, move 41 is move 47. Yeah. The pawn drop just took me off guard. The pawn drop, it was completely unexpected. I don't know why, because so this is something I've talked about before, is that sometimes I'm surprised too much by obvious responses, especially in 10 seconds, but even in slow games. I find myself surprised by my opponent's response. And it's the most obvious response. So I don't know why that happens. Oh, great avatar choice by my opponent, by the way. Great avatar choice. So move. Oh, wait. My move is 47 here. So move 47. rather than the silver, I wanted my idea was I wanted to start making this battery. I wanted to start getting my silver pointing here, my knight pointing here, and really just making the threats. So here's 46. What can I do? You think I can win a silver? I have no pawns. Oh, he can attack the rook to win the silver. Oh, oh, oh. I guess what would I? Oh, I see. So, wait, where is that? Where? Okay, so after this move, if he pushes the pawn, okay. If he pushes the pawn, do I take the silver? The bishop. If he takes the rook, I take the silver again. My king is in a lot of trouble, but this still feels it still feels playable to me. Okoshiro, you think this looks good? I think for me now, it's a matter of how I am possibly going to hold off his attack. His castle isn't great, but it's not terrible. And this pawn is doing work right here. And I still don't have great drop points. Like, what is my next move here? I have no pawns to drop. Is it something like this? Hey, Eric, great to see you. Yeah, long time no see. Great to see you. Hope things have been going well for you. Man, I plowed through all this water. Just busy. Busy is good. Busy is very good. And this is when we were talking earlier about how Urashima Ryu, you don't get to make castles. This is exactly what I was talking about. Of how even when we get positions that we like, sometimes it's so we're skating on thin ice. If we see the goal or we can make our attacks, it will be fine. But boy, it's tough. Is that Tomo? Tomo? Good morning. Good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. I think that's Tomo. My reading is so bad. Apologies. Yeah. By the way, did anyone get any information from Shogi Wars Was there any announcement of why the site was down this morning? I'm curious about that. Okay, so we went. No info on the homepage or anything like that. Okay. All right. So I think right now, oops, obviously not that. I think I just come back. I think I just come back. Or yeah. So what are my plans then? Or what, let's I don't know what the opponent is going to do here. I don't think a silver. I don't think a silver here is going to do anything. Yeah, attack from the center. Yeah, but that's the thing. How do I get into the center? So it's the opponent's move. I'm not I what's a good move for the opponent here? I don't think they're going to drop a silver here. Do Knight's Head is a good target after chasing out the bishop. Oh, well, I was just going to wonder if the opponent attacks my Knight's Head. Oh, he has no pawns. He has no pawns. Oops. Or would I bring my rook? No, I wouldn't bring the rook up. Like, this is a move that the engine always seems. Whenever it looks like bad to me, this is when the engine likes these moves. Gold 3-8. And that's gold 3-8. So so gold, this move, when I make it, it's terrible. When I don't make it and it doesn't look right to me, that's when Koshiro and the engine like it. I defend and I avoid the knight drop. Yeah. Yeah, that knight drop is just killer. Yes. Okay. 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 But if he takes, do we start losing rook supremacy? Like giving up this, losing this rook seems very, very, very bad. Because, so rook 5-8. And if he does drop, he takes, and I guess there's no real threat. There's no real threat. But so let's go back to that. I come back, he pushes, I push, silver, gold 3-8, silver 3-7, gold takes, promote, rook 5-8. Oh, he's in danger now of getting trapped. Well, like I feel like I can't give this rook up because his drops are going to be so good. Oh, rook 1-8. Okay. Okay. Hmm. All right. This is not right, right? Well, no, because now there's a fork. Now there's a fork. The horse is the most annoying piece on the board. This is why I like the horse now more, because I've been so annoyed. I've been so annoyed by horses that now I try to be annoying with horses. Rook 5-9 to win solidly. Wait, here? Oh, rook drop 5-9. Oh, wow. Wow. You could have said take 15, you could have told me take 15 minutes to find a good move here. You could have said, like, honestly, you why can't I put this? You could have said take 15 minutes and find a good move here. This is not a move. This is not a move that my brain will even consider. How do I start considering this? How do I start considering this? Chase out the horse and win lamely / slowly with material advantage. Yeah. And try not to give up. Try not to give up a big fork with the horse. If I'm not satisfied, good to see you, Todowski. If I'm not satisfied with the moves I'm considering, then look for more moves. Well, I don't even know if that's I don't even know if that's a possibility, because like I said, if someone says spend as much time as you want and find the best move, and I will be looking at I'll be considering what I think of as all the possible moves. dropping the rook back in defense when I already have a rook in the back. Like, I think it wouldn't even, my brain would be empty, like would be blank to this move. It would not even consider this move. So like if you said list out all the possible moves, well, no, because then eventually I would get there by brute force. But like list out 20 candidates. I think this move would never pop in there because I'm thinking about what I can do with this piece up here, you know, everywhere on attack. So how do I get to this? How do I get to that point where I can even see that move? I don't know. Maybe just seeing these and maybe seeing enough of these or being aware of this. You think the tough 3 and 5 move Tsume are great for learning to brute force candidates? Yeah. Those I have sort of not scars because they're fond memories, but I have tough memories of sitting in this one particular coffee shop in Campbell, California. I was, this is, I don't know, a year ago or last summer, sitting in this coffee shop in Campbell with my daughter. She was probably playing like some Zelda on her Switch, and she's there, and I have my Watanabe Mate in 3 book, and I still think that book. I've gone back a couple times, just picked some out, and I still think they're really hard. But I'd be sitting there for 20 plus minutes trying to find the answer to a Mate in 3, and they would come down to brute forcing. Okay, what are every single possible check that I can make? Every single possible check. What can I do? And let me go down each of those paths. And it's tough, especially, and I was trying to do it without a piece of paper. So it's like, so I'd be coming back to moves I had already considered, which makes it take even longer. But that's a great suggestion, to brute force the candidates. Defense is a little different, of course, than offense in some way. In the other way, it's the exact same. You're still having a devil of a time with which pieces do you need to mate and with play shogi puzzles. Do you mean the book? Which pieces do you need to mate? Or do you mean the concept of it? Really? No way. No way. Really? That is mind-blowing to me. It's like, from what I remember of, a lot of your videos, I'd be sitting there, like, you're surrounding the king. Your ability to surround and threaten the king is so good. So clearly needing, this is almost like going against conventional wisdom, where you almost don't need to be good at checkmate if you can surround the king and make timely defense, which is something actually I do also remember from your videos, where you'd make a defensive move and I'd be thinking, why this defensive move? And this is when I was, not that I'm strong now, obviously, but when I was much weaker, I'd be like, why is he making this move? It seems like he has so much of an attack. But in the end, you'd win those games. And so, it's that balance is very delicate, but having a proactive defense seems to have served you very well. And it seems like when my opponents do it, like in the 2 games ago, where it just felt like he was making some good defensive moves. And I couldn't come up with the ideas to be able to make the mate. But the play shogi puzzles are just hard. Well, it depends which ones. But play shogis, I think, are overwhelmingly difficult, especially the survival ones. Picare, you say, if a lot of moves make our skill better, we can move pieces with eyes shut. It's like walking a lot of moves. Yeah. I did one of those this week. This week, I think it was on stream even. I did one of those where I thought I read this long mate, and so I made the moves quickly. And spoiler alert, it wasn't. You walked into a 3. Mate and threes can be difficult enough as it is when you're making them, let alone when you're going against them. I don't think you give yourself enough credit. You say you defend either in the opening or as a last resort when you can't calculate. It seems like you make some proactively really nice defensive moves. Oh, well, maybe that is your last resort. Maybe that's what you're getting at, is that you're not able to calculate, so you make that last resort move, which also seems to be awfully effective. That ability has to be. That seems like a cheat code a bit for 10-second. To me, that seems a lot like a cheat code for 10-second games. If you can find those defensive moves that make your opponent's life difficult, in lieu of making your offensive moves, if you can find good defensive moves, that seems almost like a cheat code. Because that's like in the games I've lost today on 81 Dojo and on Shogi Wars, I think most of these games I've had, if not winning positions, awfully good positions. And, I could not calculate. So instead I made a bad move. I didn't make a good defensive move. I had no great backup. So I couldn't calculate it. And so as time is running out, I just don't have a move to make, and I make a bad move. And having played hundreds of OTB chess tournament games teaches time management and how to time Suji. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. And I say that as someone, I mean, honestly, we talk about the size of the shogi community and things like that. Like in the United States, in terms of playing over the board, I'm probably easily in the top 10% of players in terms of games played over the board. So I've played a lot of games over the board. And I do think my time management is getting better, in large part because of those OTB games. Maybe I overjudge or overestimate the value of the OTB games, but I do think more improvement, both in terms of the game and in terms of time, do come from those games. Unfortunately, most of my OTB games are not tournament games, since we don't have many tournaments. Oh boy. All right. Oh, Eric, you see, after rook 5-8, I can go pawn 3-4. Yeah, and Koshiro's always got our back. All right. Okay. Yeah. So this one. Yeah. Well, we looked at this, and then I got the win on time. Real nice. Real nice attack by my opponent. Yeah, I have to believe I'm losing this one. I don't think I'm getting out of this one. I don't think so. I do not think so. Curiosity killed the cat. It also uses a Kishin ticket. No, I'm not going to spend a Kishin ticket on here. This is going to be the last game of the day. I'm going to see what oh this emoji is still bothering me. This emoji. I was thinking it was bothering me yesterday. I was alone with my own thoughts thinking about this emoji. It was not intentional. I wish I could respond to this emoji. I feel so bad about it. It's trust me. If trust me, Mo7san, it was incompetence. It was not bad manners. It really was just my own incompetence. The gig. It was my own incompetence. I'm going to translate that again. I've got to the more I torture myself with this, maybe the more it'll wear off. I was filled with a twisted sense of superiority after waiting 1 minute and 2 seconds to complete the one move checkmate. Oh, it's like a knife right in my heart. Man. 1 minute and 2 seconds. That's actually not that bad, right? Right? Anyway. Brutal. Okay, so I wanted to see the end here. I'm going to flip it out. Okay. Okay. You know, it's good for the opponent, but as Todowski said, it's messy. It's messy. There's no clear mate here. Lee Shogi engine it's not even -10. And yeah, so it's trying to find that knockout move has been my bane in a lot of these 10-second games where I'm in a good spot and I'm just overthinking. I'm overthinking the next move. Like I know, like this player I'm sure knew that they had a big advantage. And so they're looking to thread that needle and finish it. And those are the real danger spots. The real danger spots for 10 seconds for getting flagged. Feelings of superiority comes when we win with 0 seconds left. Now that's truer words have never been spoken. Truer words. When Urshino Ryu Channel wins a game with 0 seconds left on his clock, I'm feeling superior. I'm living vicariously through his games, and it's like, yes, Team Urshino Ryu, don't try to dirty flag us. Don't try to dirty flag us. We'll get this. Those are. I don't think I've done it more than once or twice. You know, where I've won a Kiramaka game with 0 seconds left. I know I have done it once. My mind is telling me I've done it twice. And then I think I have a few at like 1 second left. And those feel great. Those definitely feel great. All right. Incidentally, the move that the engine likes is this. or even, oh, coming back. Huh. Okay. All right. All right. My throat is dry. You could probably hear it by now, despite how much water I've drunk. This is gonna be it for today. Those 81 Dojo 10-second games were a blast. Those were so fun. So thank you to my opponents. Yoshinobori, or Yoji Nobori. Thank you for that game. That was really fun. And yeah, I look forward to the next stream. This weekend, like I said, is that big convention that I'll be at. So don't expect to stream. Yeah, thanks again. Enjoy your shogi. Enjoy your weekends. Hopefully, I'll probably later on today probably record that second podcast if I can. Hope to make it good. And that's it. So thanks again. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and enjoy your shogi. Bye.